training is useless. Just get out there and figure it out the hard way. And that is one way to do it if you're an idiot.
If you're thinking about starting a pressure washing business, but you want to learn more about the equipment, mixing chemicals, how to clean every surface on a residential job site, property protection, and much, much more, check out the How to Wash course. It'll be the first link in the comment section and the description.
How much can I make per hour pressure washing? Okay, this is a question that I see and I hear all the time. It's hotly debated, and it's something that's not really easily answered because there's not a definitive answer because there are so many variables involved. But in today's video, I wanted to talk about having realistic expectations and also address a few of the main factors that contribute to how much you can make or you can't make in your pressure washing business or really any service-based business. So in order to really understand what I'm about to say, you need to understand that your business, it's like a bank. Now, if you're driving down the road and you see a bank, you can't just roll up to the bank, roll down your window, and ask the teller for money. It's not how it works. In order for you to make a withdrawal, you have to first make a deposit. And this is just like your business. In order for you to start making any kind of money, in order for you to start taking money out of your business, you need to put in the work. And this is why the biggest factor in how much money you can make in any business is it's you. And the reason that I say this is because I can take two people, I can give them the exact same training, I can give them the exact same skill set, I can give them the exact same equipment, I can put them in the exact same market, and I can give them the exact same marketing budget. And hell, I can even tell them where to spend their marketing dollars for the most impact for their business. I will take it a step even further in this hypothetical scenario where each of these individuals has the exact same overhead. So with all of that being said, all things being equal, you might surmise that these two different guys are going to go out there and they're going to make the exact same amount of money. But we know that that's not the case because every single person is different. We all have different abilities. We all have different levels of intelligence. And that may seem a little bit harsh, but a dummy is not going to be as successful as somebody that's not a dummy. We also have different areas that we excel in, okay? Some people are really good at marketing. They're good at customer acquisition. They're good at getting their name out there, getting their brand out there, getting it in front of as many people as possible. Other guys are really good at washing stuff. They can be the best out there washing stuff, but we all know that doesn't necessarily equate to making a tremendous amount of money in your business. And conversely, having amazing marketing doesn't necessarily equate to a successful business either. If you can't get out there and perform, if you can't get out there and do the job and make your customers happy, then your business is going to fail. Just because you can generate leads doesn't mean that you're going to get those leads coming back. They're not going to say good things. They're not going to be reoccurring customers, and that's so important for our business. And then, of course, along with intelligence, there is work ethic, there's drive, there's dedication. And these are things that cannot be taught, right? These are things that are ingrained in your being. These are the things that differentiate those that will be successful and those that will be going out of business very soon. With all things being equal, it's the individual who makes the difference. It's the individual's drive. It's the individual's tenacity. It's their thick skin. Owning a business, it ain't easy. And believe me, you're going to get knocked around. You're going to get beat up. You're going to get told no a lot. But it's the guys that get knocked down who can pick themselves up, that don't sit around and complain and bitch on the interweb about how bad everything is and they're going to talk about everybody else, their competitors and what they're doing, how they're selling, how they're running their business. And who cares? It's not about anybody else. It's about yourself. And the truly successful ones are focused on one thing, and that is themselves, their businesses, and ultimately the success of both of those things, themselves and their business. So if you're one of the guys that would rather get on Facebook and complain about business being slow instead of getting out there and doing something about it, please stop watching now, unsubscribe from my channel, put all your equipment up for sale, and admit defeat because your shift at McDonald's starts in about 30 minutes. Don't be that guy. Okay, but before we talk about some of the other things that are going to help you determine how much you can make per hour, one of the main things that's going to help you succeed is being able to work efficiently, knowing exactly what to do and how to do it. And if you're new to the pressure washing business, you should definitely check out How to Wash. This is the ultimate guide for both pressure washing and soft washing, where the core four, Cody Yarborough, myself, Aaron Parker, Justin Rogers, we teach you everything you need to know from the chemicals, how to mix those chemicals, how to clean every surface on a residential property the right way, from the roof to the concrete and everything in between. We also go over the equipment, we go over safety, chemical upsells, and a plethora of other information that is going to put your business on the path to success. But like anything else, and what I'm about to talk a little bit more about here shortly, There are no magic bullets. I can provide you the information, but unless you dedicate yourself to it, unless you learn it, unless you implement it, none of it matters. And because of that, if you're not serious, go away. If you are, I want you to have this training. So I'm offering you $100 off How to Wash. Use promo code HBA. There is a link below. So the next thing that I want to talk about is mindset. There are two ways that you can go about doing things: the smart way or the hard way. And you notice I didn't say the easy way, because there is no such thing as an easy path to success. It's just not a reality. But your ability to perform efficiently, your ability to not waste time, energy, or money, and you're avoiding making costly mistakes by not learning the hard way, understanding that you don't have to figure everything out on your own, that there is no reason to do that. There's no honor in that. And unfortunately, there are a bunch of people out there that do have that mentality. That unless they bust their knuckles, they bleed, they cry, they sweat to get the end result, and they think that's the only way to do it. But these are the same guys that say education is ridiculous, that knowledge is irrelevant, training is useless, just get out there and figure it out the hard way. And that is one way to do it if you're an idiot. And by all means, if that's your mindset, if you want to waste time doing it that way, I assure you, you can. But the smart people, the intelligent people, they're going to outperform you. They are going to out-earn you. They are going to take your customers away, and they're probably going to buy your equipment when you go out of business. Because those that invest in themselves, those that take that investment, implement it into their businesses, those are the ones that truly will find success. And again, it doesn't happen overnight. Also, be warned that there are a bunch of snake oil salesmen out there. They are selling lies and promises, selling bad information, that they're probably just regurgitating things that they've heard, they watched on the interweb, not that they've actually done. You need to do your research. You need to figure out who to trust. You need to figure out who has the experience, who has the knowledge, who has the foundation to actually help. Then you need to look at track records. You need to understand who you're listening to and what they've been able to accomplish in their own businesses. And then you need to make your decision, because you don't want to waste your time and your energy and your money on bad information. Okay, so now let's talk about the actual question. How much can you make per hour pressure washing? But we need to talk about what that actually means. What you charge per hour and what you make per hour are two completely different things. It's simple economics: gross versus net. Gross is what you charge. Net is what you take home after all of your expenses, all of your overhead are covered. So net profit, that is really the main number that you should focus on. And then the other component of this, and why I always say your numbers are the most important thing when determining anything for how you're going to run your business, because you can't run a smart business if you don't collect data, unless you analyze that data, you understand the data, and then you use that data to run a profitable business. If we take those two same guys that we talked about earlier, they've got all the same pressure washing equipment, but the first guy saved up and he paid for his equipment. He doesn't have any loans. He's driving a used truck and his monthly payment there is about $200. He keeps his trailer at his house while the other guy went out and bought a brand new Ford F-250. He's got $700 a month payment there. He went and he had it wrapped. It cost a couple grand. It looks great though. He doesn't have anywhere to keep his equipment, so he has to pay a monthly storage fee. He went out and he bought a bunch of expensive uniforms. Now, this guy also has a part-time helper that he pays about $15 an hour. Both people in this example are investing in their marketing. They're both paying for insurance. They're both buying bleach, buying fuel. They're having to replace parts and components, all the consumables that we have to deal with on the daily. All of this is overhead, and as you can see, these two different businesses have significantly different overhead. So how much each of these guys is making is totally different and directly impacted by their overhead. So how much can you make an hour is a question that you have to ask yourself, but the real question is, how much can you charge per hour? Okay? And this goes back to your market. It goes back to your credibility in your market, your online presence, your reviews. Do you have referrals? Do you have people that can vouch for you? Do you have people that are talking about you? They're your big fans. Credibility is key. Without credibility, without trust, it makes it a lot more difficult to charge premium prices. But without having a firm understanding of your business, you'll never be able to determine how much you should charge. There are a number of ways that you can price your service. You can do it by an hourly rate. You can do a flat rate with a markup. You can price everything based on perceived value. There are a bunch of different ways you can go about it. But my suggestion, regardless of how you're going to formulate your price, is to figure out what your break-even point is. That's how much you should charge per hour in order to cover your costs. That's absolutely zero profit. It's just break even. Essentially, you're not losing money. Okay, you're basically just staying busy. But that's not why we're in business. So from that point, you need to determine how much profit you want to make. And just because you want to make $500 an hour, that doesn't mean you're going to get $500 an hour. Like I said, it depends on your market. It depends on you. It depends on what you're doing for your business to gain the trust of the market, to target the right customers that are willing to pay what you want to make. And like in any other business, there are going to be ebbs and flows. And I don't think anybody can definitively say that they make X amount per hour. And if they are, they're blowing smoke up your ass. And yeah, there are some jobs where you can make $500, $600, $700 an hour, but there are also jobs where you are going to make significantly less money. Probably a little too close to your break-even point than you'd like. But that is the way things work. This is not a cookie cutter type of business that we're in. We're not producing widgets. Every job is different. Quoting and pricing is fluid. There are concessions that also need to be made on occasion. In order to secure jobs, both residential and commercial, you're going to have to maybe offer some discounts. To certain customers, it's what you do. For certain times of the year when things slow down, you might want to offer discounts. And these all have a direct impact on how much you can make per hour. So I would never say that I make X amount per hour because there are way too many variables. But you can say, I made X amount for this job, I made X amount doing this type of work. But at the end of the day, unless you're making a YouTube video, who cares? Your business isn't a YouTube channel. It's not a YouTube video. You need to be more concerned about yourself, your business, your numbers. And I assure you, if you do that, you're going to be way ahead of the game. And you're going to be able to do things that truly move the needle for your business. And again, it all comes down to mindset, your dedication to your business, implementing that education, and actually making it work for you. You can buy a course. You can go to a class. You can shadow somebody. But if you don't implement the things that you learn, it's time wasted, it's money wasted, and it serves zero benefit. And I'm going to leave you with this. Take action, implement, trust in your process, understand your numbers. It's going to serve you well. Okay, so that is it for today's video. Do not forget that I'm going to give you $100 off How to Wash or any of the other training courses on the resource page. Use promo code HBA. There is a link for that below. And don't forget to download Quote IQ. This is the best tool for your service business. It allows you to keep track of all your customers, send estimates, send invoices, collect payments, as well as keep track of all of your business analytics, all of the data that you need in order to run a successful business. So don't sleep on your numbers, be data driven. And also remember, premium and platinum subscribers of Quote IQ can win a pressure washing business starter kit this month. And we're going to continue to do monthly contests for all of our paying subscribers. It is available on both the Apple and the Google Play Store. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.